Episode 28.
Touche 28.
Love it.
Welcome back, guys.
Love to see it.
What up, boyos?
Chilling.
It's been too long. Not really.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's more of a routine at this point.
Yeah, it is. How's everybody doing?
It's good. This is starting to feel like, I don't know, brushing your teeth.
Yeah, you know.
Just do it once a week.
I don't think I floss enough.
No?
No.
Not me in my case.
I try to floss pretty often. I try to get it done at least 5 days a week.
That's good. A lot of people don't floss.
Yeah, that's five more times a week than I floss.
Are we
TMI.
talking the dance or like the...
Oh, no, I do the dance. That's like how I wake up in the morning. That's part of my calisthenics.
You floss while you floss?
Maybe that's the key. That's what'll remind me to do it.
How does that work, though? Because, like, you're flossing, that requires your arms for the dance.
That's true.
But you typically need two hands to floss your teeth.
I think it's all in positioning of the floss. You just really string it out. And, you know, I don't know. You can picture it.
I'm going through 2 rolls of floss per week.
Not even. Whole pack at that point.
It's like a whole other bill.
Right.
It's rough.
Oral hygiene is very important, though.
That
Because,
is.
like, if you don't, like, floss your teeth, you can brush your teeth like crazy. You can brush your teeth for 10 minutes straight, but then you hit it with the floss after, you're still tasting nasty stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
My girl has one of those, like, I think it's like a hydro floss.
Like a
pen.
water
Water
flosser?
Yeah. Those are cool.
I want to get one of those.
It's
I
terrifying.
have one.
It's like the bidet of flosses.
Apparently doesn't get everything, so they still recommend that you should actually floss. But I do have one. Yeah, so I kind of like mix water with like what is it called? Mouthwash. It kind of give me that nice taste. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were so into it.
I was for 2 weeks. And I stopped using it.
I was told to brush my gums heavily too. Do you guys do that?
I didn't know
You're
that.
supposed to do it gently. But yeah, you're supposed to.
Dude, my grandma used to tell me like brush your gums like aggressively to like build them up and make them strong. And I was like, all right, grandma, that's like some old worldly shit
old
right
grandma
there. I don't know what's going on.
Grandma had them strong gums.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know that like the tongue is a big thing. You definitely got to brush your tongue, you know, because that's where most of your like your bad breath comes from.
Oh yeah. I bet you get back there.
Yeah. All the way back there, huh?
You know when you have like onion breath, it's because you ate onions and then your body digests it. And then the onion goes into like your bloodstream and then your blood runs to your lungs, making you have onion breath.
That's hilarious.
So what about garlic breath? Is that
Same thing. Same
Okay,
general
yeah.
concept.
Okay.
Well, it's the same thing with alcohol. Your blood content, it attaches to your lungs, which is just crazy. That's how the breathalyzers work.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Goes to your blood runs to your lungs, then you're breathing it out.
Yep.
Breathalyzers. Huh. That's pretty cool. So have you guys heard that Microsoft shut down Skype? I know we're super big. We used to use Skype way much back in the day.
I haven't heard of Skype in years. You talking about FaceTime?
Not FaceTime.
No, I know what Skype is. I was just saying, what?
The original OG back in the day. Yeah, they finally shut it down this year after what? Probably like almost 20 years, I would imagine.
Wow.
Yeah,
They were definitely way ahead of their time, though.
it was.
Oh,
Skype
yeah.
was a thing in like early 2000s, I want to say. And then like during pandemic, Microsoft Teams and Zoom, that was like the biggest thing that everybody was using
Yeah, Zoom. Exactly.
for all types of purposes.
But yeah, no, I thought it was interesting. I didn't know it was around for that long. I think it came out like 2003.
Yeah, I said early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'd say 2003 is early 2000s.
Well, I know.
He was right, okay?
I'm just saying.
You guys are both right.
But yeah.
Why'd they shut it down? Just lack of use?
It's just
or-
like, yeah, it's obsolete. I mean, Microsoft switched over to like Teams, like you were saying, and that's mostly just like, you know, business stuff. That's where they put all their business thing. They used to be Skype Business, but they moved away from that. So now it's just Teams. So there's no use for it. So why not shut it down?
They didn't just rebrand.
No, it's a completely different thing, apparently.
So Microsoft, they had Skype, and then they made Microsoft Teams.
Right, that incorporated video.
So they like self-cannibalized themselves.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like what Apple does with Beats, because Apple owns Beats. I mean, sure, they still sell Beats, but Beats isn't as popular as it was like back in the 2010s, you know?
I feel like that's just cornering the market, though. You know,
That is too, but it eventually, there's not as much Beats that are selling as there was like 10 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just mostly just like the Apple products. going out, like the AirPods or like AirPods Pro Max or
I
whatever.
see a lot of things with like Beats, like laptops with like Beats speakers installed, much like Bose and stuff.
Yeah.
Where, like if you don't get like an Apple product, iPad or whatever, I feel like, you know, I don't know. There's just like different areas. So like I think like, it's wise that they cornered the market like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a big
So I
thing
wouldn't say
too.
self-cannibalized. I would just say like they
Yeah, they
they're
took out their
owning it.
competition essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought the Beats pill was like a bold move,
How so?
like naming it the pill,
Yeah.
just because it's like a drug reference, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like a family-friendly brand.
That is interesting. I'm more of a JBL clip kind of guy. You know?
Do you think that's why a lot of like
With some Fetty Wap.
a lot of celebrities? Well, my mouth is still numb from the Novocaine or whatever it's called.
Should have flossed more.
But yeah, you think that's why all the celebrities used to basically just like promote it, because you see like videos like back in like the early days where it's just like Justin Bieber had one, or like it would be in like music videos.
Well, yeah, it's because they were paying them to
Yeah.
promote
Yeah, it's
it.
just money.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at it from this distinction where it's just like like you said, it was like a drug reference, and it's just like a pill, so it kind of like went hand in hand with like especially like hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just made those two weird connections.
It'd be different if like Migos was out here like, yeah, we got the pill, you know? Like that's like a very direct, reference.
True. You ever seen the video where the guy's got the Beats pill and he's like vibing on the cruise ship and then he drops it into the water off the balcony?
I don't think I've seen that. No.
No? It's a pretty funny video.
Look at us reminiscing of like old videos from back in the day.
It's not even that old. This was like a video that went viral like maybe a year ago.
Oh, really?
Beats pill is still popping.
I didn't know.
It's
it was
bumping.
Honestly, I didn't know. I thought like kind of Bose took over, or like what is it, JBL?
I have a Sonos at home. I
Yeah.
like my Sonos. I don't
Sonos
have a
is
lot
pretty
of the
nice.
system, but I think that's a whole different market of. Apple has a product too where you can like stream throughout your house. Play like different things in different rooms,
Just
or
like-
the same thing in different rooms, I should say.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
whereas that's like Sonos' whole gig.
Yeah.
which is cool.
Sonos is pretty cool. The only thing I don't like with it is just like the connection issue. Like if you're like for instance, you're like streaming like music and like you switch a song, there's like a 3-second delay.
Yeah. Also, you need
gets
to like
annoying.
use the Sonos app. And
Right, yeah.
Connects to your Wi-Fi, I believe. It's a
Yeah,
whole
and
bunch
the
of
Wi-Fi
bullshit.
chips out every now and then on the actual system, so it's just like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I just got a new TV and I've been having a lot of trouble with like the AirPlay to it. It's just like, how are we in 2025 and I just can't connect my phone to my TV? You gotta
Yeah.
like turn
Right.
the TV off and whatever. There's no simple fix for it.
Yeah, that's
Like-
actually bullshit.
Well, I guess it is a simple fix. Turn the TV off, turn it back on again.
Yeah.
No,
The old
that's
way to
that's
fix
too. That's
anything.
extra. Like
Yeah.
you're saying at this point, that should be fixed.
Yeah. Should just know.
It's a nuisance.
A not so smart TV.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I feel like my washer right now is just like going out, but I used to have a washer before that, and we decided to like upgrade to like a Samsung, and like this one is like shit in the bed. And it was just like the one before worked for like, because we've had it for like 15 years. This one we've only had for like 5 years and already going bad. So like they sell all of these bells and whistles, and they eventually break in like 4 or 5 years.
Dude,
Just don't build them like they used to.
Right.
I just got a new one. It's a washer dryer. Sorry, I'm 30. I'm very excited about my new washer dryer. It's a LG Thin Q or Think, whatever you say. But it's so cool, dude. You could turn it off or on from your like app on your phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool, dude. It sings to you when the load is done. It's just nice.
I love that we're at this age right now where we're just like excited for like appliances.
Oh, dude, stoked. You kidding me?
I bet you still got piles of unfolded laundry sitting around though.
There's a couple, but dude, I've never been more inclined to load that thing up. It's been nice.
One thing I've heard is like, why don't washers automatically put the clothes in the dryer? Like, why don't they make them stackable where it'll just like fall from one to the other?
So we were shopping, and there was one that you could get that is a washer and a dryer.
Yeah, they make combo units.
Yeah, so that's the only solution there. But then you just can't run 2 loads at once.
That's true.
So
yeah.
it wasn't really viable for us. But
Yeah.
that does exist, though.
Yeah, but still, I feel like your clothes should be automatically able to go from the washer to the dryer.
What do you want, like a little drop shoot? Just like
Yeah, a little drop shoot or maybe like a little conveyor belt to bring it over.
I feel like that's a lot more engineering. I feel like that would cost a lot more than how much like, a washer and dryer costs right now.
That's
if you
the
were to
get
do a
rich quick
combo.
right there.
Well, yeah, you're paying for convenience.
So would you buy like a $3,000 washer dryer combo if it
I
Just
think
pay
that's
someone to do it for him. That's what he wants.
I think that's roughly what I spent on my washer
really?
dryer. It was about $3,000. So,
it's fair enough.
so I mean, I might upgrade if technology comes out.
Yeah.
Just because now I have to throw in a load, wait for it to be done. Because if you leave them in there for too long, they start smelling funky.
Yeah.
Then you just gotta wash them again, anyways. Or you're walking around with funky clothes for a couple days till it's laundry day again.
Yeah, I don't know. Throw it out there. Maybe Samsung or LG will actually make one.
I mean, I can't be the first person with this idea.
Probably not, but hey. This might be the video they see.
We send them a cease and desist. Do you guys use DoorDash at all?
I used to. Well, I guess I still do, but not as much.
I tried to the other day. So I was looking for Domino's on DoorDash, and I didn't realize that Domino's doesn't do DoorDash because they do their own delivery thing.
Yeah.
But I probably wasted like 15 minutes just on the app, like, where the hell is this? I know it exists. I know they're open. And then I just went to Domino's, and I was like, all right, this is cool.
Wait, so you just went
You can
there?
track your pizza like they're making it. It's in the oven. I'm like, sure. It was cool.
Wait, so when did you find out that Domino's actually delivered their own pizza? When you got
That
to
night, yeah. Dude, I'm laying in bed with my girlfriend. We're trying to order pizza. And I'm like, why can't I find this on DoorDash? She's like, it's not on DoorDash. Like, I was like, she just watched me looking for it for 10 minutes. I'm like, Jesus.
Did you type in Domino's and then it didn't come up and then you just kept looking deeper?
Yes. Because you can click on like burgers, pizza. I'm like, it's not under pizza. I was very upset.
That's weird. I mean, you still could have did delivery. I mean, you just go on their website.
No, that's what I did end up doing. It was just like,
okay, yeah.
I just felt dumb.
I thought you actually just like went in and just like, hey, just get
No.
some pizza.
I wasn't leaving the house.
That's fair.
So my DoorDash hack is if you go on there, a lot of stores will have like free stuff, like free utensils, free sauce. So like what I'll do, I'll order a bunch of that stuff and they usually forget something. And once it gets there and then they didn't deliver that stuff,
All right.
you just go back on there, you click get help, then you say like, oh, this never arrived. And they usually give you a credit back on free stuff. So that's my little DoorDash hack.
I did that
interesting.
once with Taco Bell. It wasn't intentional. It was like they had messed up my order. They actually brought me the wrong order.
Yeah.
And I was able to try the Baja Blast, like icy ice cream stuff,
Yeah.
which was garbage. But I was like, this is not my order. So we went on the app and got a full refund, and then they sent the order, but then we got double the food and the money back and still got the order.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
I wasn't trying to cheat the system, but we got tacos and weird ice cream.
Wait, they do ice cream?
It was like, I don't know if they still do it. It was like a Baja Blast, like freeze icy cup.
Oh,
It was
okay,
like a
yeah.
sorbet. Kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. It was okay. It just wasn't, when I want Baja Blast, I want Baja Blast.
I do miss Baja Blast. It has too much caffeine. You guys already know.
Can't handle his caffeine.
I can't.
Now we're proud of you. You're cutting out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he never did caffeine really, so I don't think he's cutting out.
Well, I was mostly thinking of the fast food. We talked about the what was it? The Popeyes order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Alex would not let that go for like a week. It's just hilarious. Every time I see a message, oh, you thinking about going to Popeye?
Last time I went to Popeyes, speaking of not getting sauce, they didn't give me my sauce with my order. So like I drove off and then I'm just sitting there eating like some dry chicken, no sauce, just pissed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's the worst. Like dry chicken with no sauce. It's like, oh, plus the biscuits. Ooh, that's like a weird combo.
Weird combo. Let's see. What else do I have for you guys? Remember the high school locker room where we would go every day? We were in the same aisle. You'd play It's Me Snitches by Swiss Beats.
It was definitely It's Me Bitches, but yeah. It's me, bitches. Dude, yeah. I would put that on my phone, like in the locker, so it just thumped. There's like all these ghetto dudes around us. We were just the white dudes fucking getting changed.
Swiss Beats.
Yeah, it was hilarious, dude.
That's interesting.
What's the smell you guys can think of from high school, mostly middle school locker rooms?
Must. Axe.
Yeah, chocolate Axe, dude.
Axe body
Axe,
spray.
like a ton of
Yeah,
Axe.
yeah, I hated that so much.
I think it was the worst. Like when after gym, you sprayed on there, so you just smell like BO and Axe, like that. Nasty
Yeah, there was. It
combination.
wasn't covered
Yeah.
up. It was just like, yeah, I don't know. But people would just like, it was like laser tag up in there, man. It was so fogged up.
Remember I had gym first period of the day, which
That's
was
terrible.
It was the worst. It's like, get up in the morning, take a shower, and then instantly go to school, and then just work out at the gym and get sweaty, and then just smell the rest of the day.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
have
not
to
ideal.
marinate in your like own BO all day.
Being a funky little teenager at the time.
I never showered in those specific locker rooms either because that was sus.
I don't think anybody did.
No, but it was a thing, and there was like many showers open, but like nobody did.
Really?
You're right.
No.
I just remember it just being always dark in like the shower area.
Yeah, they didn't even light it up, dude. But
Yeah.
if you like went into the catacombs of the locker room, there was like a massive. It was like a prison shower, dude. It was just
Oh, wow.
open. It was just like.
There wasn't enough time anyways.
No.
There wasn't. Yeah.
They gave you like 4 minutes to change.
Oh,
It's
they
not
just
enough.
set you up for failure.
Set you up for stinking.
Yeah, I could only play "It's Me, Bitches" like 1.5 times. We had to be out of there.
Do you think it's
Scoot
just
out of
like
there.
I always thought of it just like after like a football game, like the football like players would just shower. I
Yep.
guess I thought that's what that was for, not like the actual students.
No,
that
it was
are up
for
in
you.
there. Yeah, I just take up the whole entire bathroom.
How'd you know about the football players using the showers? Did you sneak in there after the
I
games?
did not, but I played a sport, so I mean it kind of like ran into like different like.
Didn't you
teams.
play like badminton?
No, I played volleyball. I tried out for baseball, and I was like, I'm not feeling it because I played baseball the year prior. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna do volleyball.
You could have been
Volleyball's
in the
cool.
big leagues, Wayne.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I was the designated hitter.
You're the DH.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should hit up our local farm team.
Oh,
See what's going on.
No.
Get in there, man.
I just
Heavy hitter Wayne. What would be your walk-on song?
time to play the game. Who does that? Time to play it? Was that Triple H? That does that? Dur 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 dur.
You want to know what mine would be?
What?
It's me, bitches.
I saw this one TikTok. It was like these moms embarrassing like their baseball like sons with their walkout song. And then they like changed his walkout song to Drake where he goes like, I only love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry.
yeah.
He's just like, Mom, stop.
That's
Stop,
hilarious.
mom. So embarrassing.
Did you guys see that Lady Gaga performed in Brazil? I think it was Rio de Janeiro, however you pronounced it. But yeah, there was like 2.1 million people there at our concert.
Yikes.
Yeah, and I was just like, I didn't know Lady Gaga was that popular, especially like abroad. But apparently she is.
Dude, a lot of times when like American stars go over European, whatever, they just do a couple shows and they get wild. Because there's
really?
a huge fan base for a lot of American pop out
Yeah.
there. 100%.
I mean, just in general for artists touring overseas as well, just because not everybody tours overseas.
Yeah.
So like if somebody goes, it's like a big show for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Same for like people that come here, like a lot of K-pop and stuff whenever that comes here. You ever see like a baby metal show, dude?
I've seen videos. I've never seen.
Yeah, people go wild, man. Not like a Travis Scott concert, but like people go wild.
But yeah, no, I saw like the pictures online, and it was just like sea of people. Like almost reminds me of like the Metallica when they like went to like Russia. Like I've seen the videos online. Obviously, I wasn't born back then. It was just like a sea of people.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looked really cool.
And we're back.
We're back.
Sorry, Wayne had to use the facilities.
The facilities I had to.
When nature calls.
True.
You still didn't do your ice bucket challenge either.
I was waiting on you guys.
Oh.
Nobody has like mentioned it
You're
after.
supposed to provide the ice with you? I was just waiting for a video.
I was waiting for Alex to provide the ice, and I
What?
thought you were gonna bring the water.
Who's bringing the bucket?
Right? I got the bucket.
How are we gonna get the water there? What's he just gonna fill up like
I was just going to gargle all the
Tubs.
way here and figure it out.
spit on him?
It's funny who's gonna bring the water.
Well, the thing how the ice bucket challenge works is you just send back a video of you doing it. So I think it's been your responsibility to do it
All right,
and then nominate
fine.
someone else.
Okay, it's been raining a lot, so I'll do it when it's not raining. How about that?
You could have just done the ice and called the rain the water.
No, I want to do it the right way. So
Just
I'll do
dumps
that.
a
All right,
bag of
all
ice
right.
on himself
Yep.
while it's pouring.
Yeah, let me go buy some ice and just dump it on me. don't know what kind of weird kink that is, but I'm sure it is one.
Dude, I just got a new ice maker at home actually.
Yeah.
And it like makes like the little cool pearl ice, like the Sonic ice.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, it's nice, but it doesn't refrigerate it, so it makes the ice, and then the ice melts, and it recycles that water in a reservoir and just makes more ice.
Oh,
It's weird. It's kind of sketchy,
so
actually.
is it technically recycled ice, or?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the same water, which kind of
Okay.
skeezes me out. But I don't know.
Huh.
He's just like,
We have cool ice. That's all I know.
remind me not to drink Michael's Cool Ice.
I don't know.
What does this ice taste like this?
You know,
Hey, my well water's fire, dude.
you know, ice at most fast food restaurants has actually got more bacteria in it than the toilet
Yeah.
Yeah,
at the fast food restaurant.
yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about it twice next time you're getting something with ice.
So is that why you didn't ask for ice in yours? Because you remember that?
No, there was ice in there. It's
Oh.
just all melted by now.
Did you think about that before you said it? Think twice before you get the ice.
Think twice before you get ice.
He's naturally just a rapper. He just hasn't gone big yet.
But I'm not a rapper.
Yeah. So I saw that there was a bad lightning storm around here the other day. And
Yeah.
this one house set on fire. Wasn't due to the lightning though.
No.
They had my mixtape playing.
Ooh. What's your rap name?
Big Drip,
Big Drip? Okay. I see.
Dr. Drip.
What's yours?
Mucho, man. I don't know.
Do you know what mine is?
What's that?
I don't want to say now.
Say it.
Mucho Hawk.
Ooh.
It was given to me at a young age. I didn't make it up.
Mucho. That just came to me, Mucho Man. How about we just started like a rap duo, Mucho Man and Mucho Hawk?
I feel like we should have like luchador masks.
That'd be cool. Do you think we be procreating though?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
You guys quit podcasting to make a luchador rap duo.
I mean, I don't think it's ever been done.
Dude, I was taking a shower today and I was listening to Freddie Gibbs and I got in the shower. I was like, I should start rapping. Just rap. I was like, no, what am I doing? I'm 30 years old.
Pull to Wayne's house. Freddie Gibbs is playing. Oh, he must be taking a shower.
I mean, most rappers don't go big until they're like 40. So,
Really?
yeah, that's not true.
No.
No, I was gonna say a lot of them before they're 20. So
Yeah, that is also true.
Very unfortunate.
Remember, like, back in the day when everybody wanted to be a rapper? Just like, oh, like, I'm going to start working on my mixtape. It's back when datpiff.com was like the hot thing.
oh, dude, like right when like Mac Miller was getting started, we were all young around his age. We were like, oh, we're gonna rap.
Oh,
we
yeah.
used to like freestyle in the garage and stuff.
Everybody wanted to be a rapper when Mac Miller dropped the high
Yeah,
life.
dude, that was what a time.
I wonder what happened to those kids that thought that they were like really going to make it as a rapper.
I had a couple friends that were banking on it, and
Didn't pan out.
no. One of them's a DJ. One of them I think is a wannabe DJ, and then the other one's getting married soon.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
I guess two of them are doing okay for themselves.
Yeah, I think one of them,
One was it DJ or the guy getting married?
the guy getting married.
Fair enough.
I don't know. The other dude's a DJ at a strip club, which is fun, but like I don't know how
Hell
lucrative
yeah.
that is for the rest of his life.
Strip club DJ.
80-year-old strip club DJ. Oof.
Next on the stage, we've got Mucho Hawk.
Be fun.
I always wonder, like, what celebrities do, like, after they're out of the limelight. Like, do they just go back and work normal jobs? Like, rappers that fell off, like, what are they doing these days?
I don't know. I feel like it's all about how they invested or what they did with their money at the time to be able to stay riding that high, you know? But if you really come down and you need to work again, who knows?
I mean, Chameleon Air is a pretty good success story, like a rapper that fell out of the limelight.
Yeah, he's a big business mogul.
Yeah. So it's not it doesn't happen for a lot of rappers that, that do fall off. So yeah, I don't know. I guess go back to the streets or just, gotta settle down.
You know what I think of all the time is not saying he's fallen off or anything. Well, kind of, but Bobby Shmurda. So like he came out of jail and he was just like, I have all this money. I got locked up in my peak. Like I'm just gonna like party and have a good time. And like when I see videos of him, he's still doing that. But I'm like, what have you been doing?
Right.
You making music? Like, cause where is it?
Yeah, like
I
I
don't
haven't heard.
understand.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard a Bobby Shmurda song since I guess when he like first got out of jail, like he made a couple songs.
He did make a couple. It was
Yeah.
never as good, but like, yeah,
No.
you're right.
It's like Fetty Wap, like how he had his fall down.
Mhm.
So essentially, he blew up really fast, and he had a bunch of people around him, and he was paying for everybody's stuff.
Mhm.
And then he realized he couldn't keep up with the spending and the lifestyle that he had created for himself.
All right.
So he started dealing drugs, and then he got caught up in that. Now he's in jail for like the next 10 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just blew up again with the whole like JBL clip meme. I
What?
want you to be mine
You haven't seen
again,
that?
baby. You haven't seen that, dude?
I saw
He's
that.
like climbing the charts with that just because it's like a meme.
I saw the meme where like they like distorted the song and they were doing.
That's
something
exactly
with
it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't realize it had something to do with the JBL.
Yeah, it's like
clip.
Napoleon like pulling up with his JBL clip 4.
It's like
Fetty Wap blast in the background.
I feel like it's one of those
So good.
memes that you don't understand, but you understand it, but you don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Like the just a chill guy meme.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that dude. Yeah, he's just a chill guy.
Just came out of nowhere and just like everybody were talking about it.
Yep.
I
Yep.
bought a bunch of meme coins that were like modeled after the just a chill guy, and then they just tanked, and I was like, "This is stupid." I lost like $100 on it.
It's not too bad.
I thought it was gonna change my life, but no, they were just pumping dumps.
He was just a chill guy. That's all.
Yeah, I'm pretty chill about it though.
Oh, you were chill about it?
Not
I
salty,
definitely
not
wouldn't
at
have been
all.
chill.
I don't know. Maybe they'll come back someday. Let's see. You know, your brain kind of just guesses at things. So, especially when it comes to vision, like close one of your eyes and look right. You see your nose. So then you open your eyes and then you don't see your nose right in front of you.
Yeah.
So your vision's like removing that because it's taking away from what you actually want to see.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Fake it till you make it.
That's what your brain
Can you
does.
guys cross your eyes? And how much of your nose do you see when you do? Because I really can't.
I can't cross my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives me a headache. Alex, you look crazy right now.
I did it.
He's off a bean again.
I think that's pretty interesting, like how your brain could just like, like do stuff like that. And it's just like, it's wild. Like I never imagined something like that.
Your
Yeah.
brain's like also trained to see like faces. Like it said that babies can recognize faces within like the first 2 months of their lives.
All right.
Or no, even just hours after being born, they can recognize faces.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you look at like a weird pattern in a ceiling and you can recognize a face in it,
Yeah.
like that's your brain just coming up with that.
Yeah, that makes so much sense, honestly.
It says it comes out a lot more like the more lonely you are too, just because people don't want to feel like they're alone. They want like companionship or people around them.
Yeah.
So their brain tends to find faces and random things.
I remember we used to get really high and like look at the trees and the leaves and be like looking for animal shapes in the leaves. That was me being blitzed out of my mind, though. That wasn't anything about my
So you said
infant brain.
You said that about like people being lonely, seeing faces and stuff. So I went to my basement like last week. And I like looked at the door and I saw like a koala in like the door. So am I lonely? Is that what that means?
Were you lonely at the time?
I don't think. No, I wasn't.
We're gonna
Maybe
get
you're a little
we'll get
lonely,
a
Wayne.
koala companion,
I don't know. Maybe.
little friend.
Maybe I
Koalas
am.
are aggressive, though, dude.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with a
Don't
koala.
most of them have like syphilis or something?
I think
What?
It's like
Koalas, yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's syphilis.
All right,
What
no
is it?
koalas for Wayne.
I think it's gonorrhea or something like that.
That
Something
makes
like that.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
dude,
they have
how does
some
that make
type of
sense?
STD.
What?
I don't know. Koalas are freaky in the sheets. I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't know, man. Oof.
Most nursing homes are just riddled with STDs as well.
Well, once like older people get like senile, lose their like dementia and all that stuff, they get horny. They get so horny, dude. Like I've heard so many cases of that, people just getting freaky in senior centers.
Just getting their freak on in there.
I mean, hey, I don't know. Why not?
I don't know.
Honestly.
Maybe I have like a different outlook when I'm older. But I just can't right now. I can't picture myself being like 75, just like blanking. I can't.
I can't wait till you're old and senile, Wayne. You're gonna be out here doing whatever you want.
Where's the house at?
He's going to be down at the Hooters.
Right?
Yeah, looking for a nice koala to freak it with.
The koala have
He's
some?
lonely.
Going on. Do you feel like it should be illegal for landlords to raise rents with no significant upgrades being done to the property?
I want to say no, but like, no, I want to say yes, but like no, because there's so much stuff like property taxes and stuff that like tenants don't think about, and they need to kind of stay afloat. At a certain point, they stop making money.
Yeah.
So it's not really lucrative.
Yeah,
But I mean, they lock in a mortgage rate on their property, and then you pay the rent towards that. Their mortgage doesn't really go up.
But the property tax might, you know? I feel like there's a lot of different aspects to it. Depends what it includes. If it includes heat and hot water and all that fun stuff.
It's there's a lot more things that comes to like comes with like owning a house. Like, you know, like the furnace could go out. There could be like your retaining wall that's, you know, that's going. You need to like fix that, or somebody's gonna get hurt and could potentially sue you. There's a lot of stuff that goes into like maintaining.
Yeah, a lot of liability
Yeah.
they need to keep up with for sure.
Yeah. So I mean,
I think they could, but they got to have right justifications. Like, sure, if something's outdated to the point where it's unusable,
right.
or whatever, or it depends what your lease or contract looked like, but they should up those things, or fix them.
Yeah.
But it's not entirely unheard of for rents to go up.
Yeah, so they're assuming the liability on the property while signing the lease. Depends on, every lease is a little bit different. But at the same time, they're profiting off of their tenants. So they're making a profit, but not making any significant upgrades because the house is being lived in. So there's general wear and tear that happens to it.
All right.
So if they don't make any upgrades and they just keep upping your rent year after year, I feel like that's kind of scammy in a way.
Yeah, so that was happening to me at an apartment that I got out of, was they kept upping it and nothing was being done. So I left, but it was such a huge umbrella group that owned the properties. I couldn't really do anything about it. They were just kind of like, you want to be here? You don't have to be here. Can't pay the rent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like if you're the person renting the place, I mean, it's on you at that point. Like, you should just find somewhere else. Like
Yeah,
what you did.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, but yeah, I think that's the reality.
Yep.
They'd probably almost rather you do leave, somebody can release it to somebody else at a higher rate.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think what they wanted to, in my instance, was get me out to then get in there and, you know, upgrade everything, which is so they can lease it at a higher rate.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of just creeping me up and not upgrading everything, just wipe it clean slate, upgrade all the appliances, and then get somebody in there for like $500 more,
Right.
which is insane, but that's how it works.
That's how it goes down.
Yeah.
These slumlords. Would you guys rather have unlimited money or unlimited food?
Money, because that comes with food.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Money. I mean, I could always buy food with money, right?
I suppose, but are you going to use that money for good? Whereas food, you can only consume so much. So you're more likely to be charitable with it and donate it and give it away and solve hunger problems versus money. A lot of people are a lot more selfish.
I guess it depends on how much money, you know.
We said unlimited, but I mean,
You said unlimited?
if you're really scaling it to unlimited, then at a certain point of charity, you're going to diminish the value of $1. You know, so that's kind of hard to think about. You know, if you're giving so much away, if it's truly unlimited, you're like, all right, then everybody be rich. Then suddenly nobody is.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm just looking at from me as like personal. I feel like if I had like unlimited food, I'd be a lot bigger than I am now. So I'm just looking at it from that point of view. But I mean, what you said about just like being more charitable, I mean, yeah, that's a good cause. But I mean, definitely money, you know.
If you were to be homeless somewhere, where would you want to be homeless?
Probably somewhere warm year round, as opposed to having to deal with like, you know, the changing season. I feel like that'd be a lot better. So maybe like a Florida, you know.
Homeless in Florida?
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to get swept away by a hurricane.
I mean, where else is warm?
I don't know.
Texas? I guess Texas. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Homeless, I don't know. Somewhere. I'm trying to think of where I would shack up. You know what doesn't seem entirely terrible if you're already like homeless? It's one of those like homeless tent communities where like there's like a president of the community and they have like their own like tiers of like government in the community. Have you guys seen stuff like that?
Like a caravan, sort of, maybe.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. They're like, yeah, this person's in charge and this person helps with X, Y, and Z, and they're just like doing their thing. It's like a mini
a Hooverville.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I'd be part of that. Why not?
King of the homeless.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
'Tis Alex, king of the homeless.
You ever seen Slab City out in the desert where it's like the city with no laws?
Yeah.
And it's just like a bunch of homeless live there and there's just like a bunch of art sculptures. I feel like I'd want to go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool for like a day and maybe a day and a half. Then I'll be just like, yeah, I want to get out of here.
Have you seen the videos of the people that are homeless living under Las Vegas?
Under Las Vegas?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't.
there's a whole tunnel system under there, and people are just living down there homeless.
Oh.
And a lot of YouTubers have done documentaries where they go through the tunnels, and it's just the craziest stuff.
Is it like the New York digging the tunnels?
Not quite like that. Not quite like that.
What? So is it like was it like a leftover like subway thing, or it's just like where water goes through?
You know what I'm
they're living
picturing
in?
is like the catacombs under London.
You mean
Isn't that
it's
France?
France?
Is it France?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Still, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So the catacombs are a whole different topic.
There's
Like,
definitely people living down there.
Yeah, there definitely is, but people get lost down there.
Yeah.
And like if you take a wrong turn down there, you're just lost in the dark.
It's like a labyrinth.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But under Vegas, it's like just tunnels. I don't know exactly what it was for. But essentially a lot of people go to Vegas, just kind of lose everything and they have no choice but to go live in those tunnels under there. So pretty scary stuff.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. I mean, somebody really out there to watch your back, so anything can pop off.
Yeah. Because they build community and stuff down there. They're just away from society.
Yeah.
They just kind of figure it out and then they go out to find food and stuff.
All right.
People just crawl back down under there.
That's insane.
Is that one place you'd go if you were homeless?
Yeah, right.
I probably wouldn't live in the tunnels of Vegas. No.
All right.
I don't know. I'd probably like go out to the woods, try to start like a homestead of some sort.
Okay.
You know, maybe hunter gatherer.
Like what state?
What state?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I wouldn't want to be anywhere where it like snows,
All right.
unless I could migrate. I mean, I guess I got all the time in the world, so I could just kind of walk.
It's a far walk.
I don't think I'd have the skill set to survive. I think I'd need to like set up under like a structure. You know, you're talking like making my own, like house and whatever, shelter. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm cut out for that.
Be the treasurer of the Hooverville.
Yeah. Yeah. Master of coin, if you will.
He doesn't get the reference.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
No.
That's fine.
No, I don't.
It's okay.
What was your favorite store in the mall as a kid?
GameStop.
KB
obviously.
Toys.
KB Toys was good. GameStop,
No?
I feel like there's better. I feel like there used to be a lot better, like smaller, like video game stores and stuff.
There was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's like retro video game stores.
I don't know. I was just always been like a gamer, so I stopped playing with toys really young and like it went to video games. So I guess that's where I've always had like a soft spot for video games.
Oh, dude, what was the video game store where you can like go in and like sit down at a PC and play RuneScape?
I remember that. It wasn't like it was like a local thing, but they had like
Yeah.
the computer store where people would go and just
That was
play like
tight.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
all
you could
day.
just rent a chair and play WoW for like 2 hours. People used to have birthdays there, like rent a whole bunch of computers. That was cool, man.
That's still a big thing in like third world countries. Like I know it happens in Jamaica. I know it happens over in China and like Brazil. Like where people just like you said, just rent out a whole store and just like have people come in and pay like
Yeah,
Just
100
a LAN party.
pretty much just like different games. It's still
I'd
a
be
big
down
thing.
for that, man.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I don't know why that stopped.
What was your favorite one of the big three? Aeropostale, Hollister, American Eagle.
I think Aeropostale because the other two I really couldn't afford.
Why isn't Abercrombie part of that?
Because that's super expensive. At least for me.
Yeah,
back
they
then.
were
Yeah.
super expensive.
Didn't they kind of umbrella like a bunch of stuff? Like wasn't
There's-
Aeropostale American Eagle owned by the same company? I know Aerie is with
American
Aeropostale-
Eagle?
American Eagle, but I want to say one or two of those are connected, like Hollister.
Because they had Abercrombie and then they had Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
I think one was like the kid side.
Yeah,
But yeah, I know that like the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, like he didn't want fat people wearing his clothes, so it always just like super like small sizes.
dude. There's a documentary on Hulu about Abercrombie and Fitch, and like they had a whole community of people and models that like live together. like somewhere out on some island or something, and they had like some crazy abuse stories.
There's a bunch of like the former CEO of Abercrombie. Pretty sure like he's actually on. Well, he's not fit for trial right now because they think he has dementia. But basically, a bunch of people came forward, like former models and like mostly men, saying that he did stuff to them.
Yeah,
that's not.
Oh, you want to be famous? Come step in this tent. Like
Pretty
super
much.
sketchy, man.
Yeah.
You know Bradley Martin, the fitness influencer? You know, he used to be an Abercrombie and Fitch model.
Was he really?
He used to be one of those guys that would stand outside the store with his shirt off, showing off his six-pack.
Oh,
could see
yeah,
that,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, back in the day, I remember seeing like especially at, I think it was Hollister, they had models outside there.
Yeah, there ain't no way you could do that anymore.
No.
No, not the way society is these days.
Yeah.
I mean, the mall was just such more of a cultural thing back in the day, and now malls are just fading away to nothing.
Yeah.
Most of them are going bankrupt.
It's unfortunate.
You guys seen after, I think it's Neighbors, where Zac Efron becomes like a Hollister model?
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen walks up, he's like, I got you, man. And he's like right there with him. It's so funny.
Oh, Zac Efron.
Yeah. But I don't know, circle back, I guess, Aeropostale. I remember like my first day, I got like 5 outfits for like when I first came to like high school with you guys. Like for the first week, I just had like Aeropostale fits.
Dude, you were fitted up.
Yeah, that place is dead now. It's crazy.
American Eagle is definitely my go-to.
That was the affordable one.
They were affordable at like, and they had a good quality. Like their jeans would last like years. Whereas like Hollister and like they were all just like ripped jeans. Those
Yeah,
would,
they
like,
came
fall apart.
pre-worn
Yeah.
for your pleasure.
They were never comfortable. I know that.
It was too beachy in there too. Like I definitely liked that vibe for a while, but that was their whole thing. Just beach bum stuff.
I didn't like how their pants, like they didn't have zippers. They were just buttons all the way up.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah, your fly
sucked.
was buttons. Mm-hmm.
That was always really annoying.
Yeah, it was.
Especially if you got to piss really quickly.
Just
Snap, snap, snap,
button
snap. Yep.
Did you guys know that Blockbuster actually had the chance to buy Netflix back in the day? And they turned down the opportunity. And now
Fools.
Netflix is a giant and Blockbuster doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, I know they're probably slamming their face on their desk right now. Missed opportunity.
Because Netflix started as like by mail, like video rental. I still remember my sister getting
Yeah, my mom had them.
DVDs by mail.
Yeah, you would just trade them in. You can get like 2 at a time, and then you send them back. And whatever. They did that with video games for a while. I want to say Blockbuster did the same thing, and then just
They probably started to, and they
Yeah.
were just like way behind the curve.
Right.
yeah.
Because Netflix, I think, came out with their streaming platform, and then they were just like, like we're screwed.
Right. No, Netflix has been around for a while, like probably going on to like 25, 30 years now. It's been
Really?
a thing. Yeah, they're pretty
Been that
old.
long?
Yeah.
I would say at least 20. But like I was definitely young with, my folks getting Netflix in the mail.
There's just way too many streaming services. It's tough to keep up.
I went to watch something today. I had to Google which of my streaming services to
Right?
watch it on.
That's annoying. You can't never find like a show or something that you just can watch on like in one place.
Yeah.
You gotta like actually go out and search.
Dude, so
for
I
it.
found it and it was like, it's on Hulu. And I was like, sweet, go on Hulu. And then Hulu's like, all right, you can watch it if you have Hulu Live TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it. Now I go back to the drawing board.
I'm mad that Corey in the House isn't on Crunchyroll.
What?
Yeah, he messaged me the other day. He was like, "Wait, do you have Crunchyroll?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Do you think Corey in the House is on there?" I was like, "No, what the hell are you talking about?"
Corey in the House is the best anime of all time.
Hands down.
Hate you guys. Hate you guys so much.
Corey in the House isn't even on Disney
It's
Plus.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was some controversy with Kyle Massey,
I think I do remember that. Yeah.
so they don't have it on there.
Wow. But you could find like That's So Raven, Sweet Life, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know Kyle Massey, the Corey from That's So Raven, his brother was in Zoe 101.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
Who was he?
I forget his name. He wasn't not Logan. Wasn't Logan like the
Logan
cute boy?
was the white dude with like
was
the
the,
choker necklace.
Yeah.
He was the taller black guy.
What was his name? I can picture him.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he was like the comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That was his brother.
Yeah.
Hope he's doing better.
I don't know. I don't see a lot of Disney or like Nickelodeon stars like going on to like doing bigger things.
Dude, you know what I saw was an interview with Crazy Steve,
Yeah.
and it was, I forget the actor's name, but they were
Jerry
asking,
Trainer.
is that his name?
Yeah.
So they were asking him if he thinks that the story of Crazy Steve, Megan from Drake and Josh, and bring her to wherever, Seattle or whatever, and forcing her to become iCarly, and like her and stuff. And he was like, absolutely, that is 1000% the story. Yeah, like the actor said that in an interview. He was like, all the signs are there.
Yeah. I'm sure he's been asked that a ton of times.
Yeah. I was like, huh, that's
Crazy
fun.
Steve. Speaking of Disney, do you know that Tarzan, you know the scene where he's like going through the jungle and he's on all the vines?
Yep.
The directors played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and like used like the grinding like on the rails and stuff
Nice.
from the video game to inspire that in Tarzan,
Oh,
where he's
wow.
like sliding through all the vines.
I love Tarzan, dude. I actually saw an Easter egg in Tarzan. Not really an Easter egg, but it was something that I didn't notice until now in life. Was there's a point where he is running around with like his ape friends and stuff, and he's the only one that notices the panther hiding and like stalking them because he's a human. He could see colors better. And I was like, I never thought about that, but that's something that they put into the movie.
Huh.
So I don't know. Interesting thought.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I was like,
really
huh,
think about it. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
You know they do hidden Easter eggs in Disney movies? So
Oh yeah.
like in I think Monsters Inc., you can see like a Woody and a Buzz toy laying on the ground in one of the rooms.
Yeah, dude,
Like-
there's Easter eggs in all of those movies, and they have been for years, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the universes are very entwined.
Yeah, very
intertwined.
loosely connected. Yeah.
Apparently there's another movie called Little Nemo that's not at all related to Finding Nemo.
Is that the
I don't
black
like that.
version?
I guess.
Lil Nemo, that should be your rap name,
Oh gosh. But what is it about? Is
Lil
it,
Chemo.
I don't know.
Oh.
It just came out before Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Oh, maybe they jacked the story, dude.
there's a ton
Some
of stuff
copyright
like
infringement.
that where it's just like really popular movies will come out and then they'll release like B tier movies that go straight to DVD, like with like similar name. Because there was like Pacific Rim was like the giant monster kaiju movie, and they released one like simultaneously called Atlantic Rim. Essentially, it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to come out with like Indian Ocean Rim, Antarctic
Wasn't
Rim?
that like a play on the Power Rangers though?
No.
You know what I'm thinking?
Well, you talking about Pacific Rim?
I thought it was one of those where it was like dudes in like mech suits
I don't.
that were like supposed to be the new Power Rangers.
No, they did release a Power Ranger movie back in 2017. Have you seen that one?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Why do you guys know so much about the Power Rangers?
Why do you
I'm
know
so-
so little?
yeah,
Well,
I'm
apparently I
surprised you
know
don't.
little too. Dude, Kimberly was my first crush.
Is she the pink one?
Oh yeah, you know who that was. Yep.
I had a good like 10 years where I would just straight watch Power Rangers.
I have a fun fact about the Power Rangers. So it was originally written in Japan, and when it came here to be put out in the U.S., they like didn't have the props. You know how like you see like the big Zords come out.
Yeah.
So they didn't have any of the props. They had to go to stores and like they ordered them from Japan, but they had to order like these toys and then use those as the props in like their show.
No, that's really cool.
They like painted them up all
Yeah.
nice. And like when you see like the tiger running, they just like bought that toy from Japan and used it.
That's dope. I know in Japan, it's was it called Super Sentai or something like that?
What?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
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 Power Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember cheat codes in video games? So good.
Speaking of cheat codes, you know how you could do the cheat codes in GTA?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about GTA?
Dude, did you guys
6.
watch the trailer that came out
Yeah,
today?
I saw that new trailer drop today.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
I didn't see the trailer yet. I did see GTA 6 got pushed back to May of 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks ill though. There's like 5 main maps. There's like a mountain one. There's like a swamp one that looks pretty cool. Vice City, of course. It looks dope, man.
It does.
I'm not even a big gamer. I'm like, this looks pretty sick.
Yeah, like I watched it earlier today and it's already at 22 million views on YouTube, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like the anticipation's got to be very high for this game just because we're probably not going to get another one for at least 10 years after this comes out.
Probably
Yeah.
longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, GTA 5 was 11 years ago? 12?
It came out 2013, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
But I think Rockstar has like, is like super hyped. So they have like they have to knock it out of the park.
Oh yeah, no, their budget's
Yeah.
insane. The map's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait, but I guess we're gonna have to.
Are you gonna get it? Because I know it's gonna come for the console first. I know you have a PlayStation, so I have to wait.
Dude, how much do you think it's gonna be?
People are saying because they recently like Xbox. Well, Nintendo did it first, raised their games to like $80.
Yep.
Now Xbox did it, so like their games coming out later this year is gonna be $80 as well. Some of their first party games. So I think that's what a lot of people were worried that GTA was gonna see that and they were gonna charge like $100 for GTA 6. So I think it's probably going to be in the same realm as like what Nintendo or Xbox did, where it's going to be like $80.
Dude, I'm guessing like up around $150 because
Really?
A, I think they can get away with it, and B, I heard you can get like different tiers of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I understand like the deluxe editions being like $100 and something, but I doubt it's going to be. Maybe 90. I doubt it's going to be anywhere like just for the standard game. I don't think it's going to be over $100.
We'll see. I don't know if I'll be buying it, but if you guys get it, I'd love to play.
I'm not buying a game for $90. I'm just going to put that out there.
You'll get it.
Yeah,
Eventually, but
I'll
I'm not
get it.
paying.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $90.
Put it on the Christmas list.
You'll definitely get it.
You think so? I mean, I don't have anybody to play with. I don't have a console, so
It'll probably be cross-platform.
hopefully.
We could play together.
Yeah, I mean, the PC version is not going to come out at the same time. That's what everybody's saying. So
I feel like it's gonna be a broken game at first, kind of like how Cyberpunk was.
yeah, I don't know. I have more faith in Rockstar than I did like any other game publisher. I know that's been like the big thing recently, where companies will release games like broken, then finish it later.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I don't think Rockstar would do that. But who knows?
A game of this size
Yeah.
and the hype and wait for it and just the amount of detail that goes into it, I think it's gonna be broken at first.
So I think my fears might be, qualm, considering that they're just releasing it on consoles, so they could focus on, the consoles as opposed to having to focus on like PC and console. So they could just put more resources. If, for instance, if it does, get like it's broken when it comes out, they don't have to worry about multiple platforms. Except for like consoles. So.
I just want them to have some cheat codes for the game like the ones back in the day.
Did GTA 5 have cheat codes?
I don't think so.
No.
I remember the open world did, because you could just like press some buttons and like a helicopter would pop up.
Oh.
In Grand Theft Auto 5?
I believe so.
I think there was just like a lot of hackers that could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember playing with our buddy Ben, and I remember this guy coming over and just like giving us a ton of money when we're playing online. And we're just like, all right, fine, we'll take it. But yeah.
But yeah, you used to be able to hit the combination of buttons, get unlimited armor, unlimited ammo. Remember playing Tony Hawk? You could enter the cheat codes. You can have like unlimited rail balance.
Oh yeah.
I remember getting those books from the Scholastic, like book orders.
Yeah.
Where
They'd have the cheat codes in the back.
They'd have the cheat code books in there.
Yep.
Those are always good.
Yep. Yeah, Neversoft did it good, man. I do miss Tony Hawk.
So that's a good like thing that like came out back in the day. Is like super nostalgic, like the cheat codes and stuff. How do you guys feel about like games, like the physical copy games coming now? And it's just like the CD inside of the case. Remember, you used to get like wall art that you could like take out and like you
Yeah.
see like the maps and stuff. Like, how do you guys feel about it now? It's just kind of like bland.
I think it's just them trying to cut back on spending and make as much profit off as possible. They're like, yeah, we could print a gazillion posters, but like, why?
Right.
When people will buy them if they really want them.
That's true. Yeah.
It's cutting down on costs, and I feel like people don't care about the extras anymore. They just want specifically the game.
I think Wayne wants his posters, man.
I do love the posters. I just remember buying like Halo 3, and it just like it would come with like Master Chief and the Arbiter, like in the.
I think I had like a Ratchet and Clank poster or
Yeah.
something. It was like weird.
I think digital copies made that obsolete.
Yeah,
in
that makes sense.
Made it obsolete.
Yeah, because now a lot of people are buying physical copies anymore.
It's also, you could just buy a disc that have the entire game on it. Now stuff's just so involved. You have to update it like every 2 days.
Right.
That's like a 50 gigabyte update.
Yeah,
Just a lot.
I remember like the Xbox One came out, because that's what I had. I remember just buying like a disc and like going home. It's like, all right, I'm ready to play. I was like, nope, you got to sit down here, wait for this to update 50 gigabytes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite throwback video game?
Oh, dude, I brought mine up earlier to you. My favorite game of all time, Star Wars Battlefront, the first one.
Until they ruined it with the new one with all the microtransactions.
I didn't even know about that, man. But like the first one, Bespin platforms, Cloud City, somebody can get wrecked.
Star Wars Battlefront was good.
Mm-hmm.
I think a great throwback. I mean, you could say it now. Halo 1 combat of like Halo combat.
That's the only Halo I really played.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
And it was awesome.
yeah. I think that's for me. I'm like a super like Halo nerd. So
How about you?
I was a big fan of Spyro the Dragon.
I wasn't too
Yeah.
into Spyro. Well, if we're talking like before these consoles when we were like kids, Super Mario 64. I played that game like crazy. And my brother, I recently just gave that copy of that game to my brother. And there was like a whole half of that game we just never even got to because we were just stupid and didn't know what we were doing. And he was like, dude, you got to come over. This is going to blow your mind. Like, there's so many maps. I was like, I couldn't even beat Bowser, man. I couldn't even swing around.
I remember the original Mario Brothers. You could skip through like half the game if you get to this one level. You can like jump off the screen and it'll bring you to like this back, like where there's 3 separate like tubes you can go down. I was like, this will bring you to like World 6, this one World 4, this one like World 3.
Yeah.
So you can skip the entire game.
Same with Super Mario 64. There's like a point in Peach's castle where you can like go and look up at like the ceiling a certain way and it would just like glitch out. And I've seen videos. There's people playing the whole game through like with all these glitches in like 25 minutes. And it's just insane.
Yeah, speedrunning video games as a whole.
Is that what it's
Big
called?
thing, yeah,
Yeah, that's
Speedruns.
crazy, dude.
I mean, speaking of like throwbacks, like Oblivion Remastered just came out recently. That's a good. I mean, you guys probably never played any Elder Scrolls.
No.
But, like I'm like I love RPGs, and I've been playing like the remastered because it's on Game Pass. It's pretty good. It's beautiful.
Did you find that Star Wars Easter egg I told you about?
And what? And
In Oblivion, there's
Oblivion?
there's like a lava part in a map, and it's just like Anakin is like burning, like
Oh,
coming out of
no.
it. He's like stoned. That's him
No.
on Mustafar. I love that.
I closed the Oblivion gates because I'm so far in, so I can't go back to like even see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Dang, close the gates.
Yeah. Alex is like, I don't know what the hell it is.
Fair enough. Well, we're at about an hour here. You guys got anything to close us out?
Not really. I guess thanks for watching, guys. You know-
Wait, I got one more thing.
Okay. All right.
You know claw machines are rigged?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, claw machines are rigged.
What do you mean?
So there's essentially a payout. So once you put a certain amount of money into the claw machine, it'll make it so the claw grabs it tighter. It'll grab the prize tighter.
I wonder if there's people that just like camp out outside of claw machines, kind of like at the casino with slots. Like if one's not hitting enough, they'll just be like, all right, it's got to hit soon. You just chilling by the claw machine, like waiting for your moment.
There's people that do with like, you ever seen that Keymaster game where you have to make it go up and then it goes into the slot, it spins down, then
Yeah.
it pulls the prize out?
Yeah.
There's people that go around and once that hits payout, they'll be like, okay, yeah, this is about a payout. So then they'll just win the prize off of it. So they'll spend like a couple bucks trying, but if they see that it's at payout rate,
Yeah.
they're just going to win the prize.
So is the payout rate just like a guess or?
So it's the owner of the claw machine who sets it.
Right.
So say they put a pair of AirPods in the machine. So they've got to make it profitable. So somebody's got to put $300 in to win this $200 pair of AirPods.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh,
It
that's
does make
interesting.
sense, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
makes me so mad. I've sank in so many quarters. Just shooting in the dark.
I remember you going to like the fair and you were just like, no, this has got to hit. You were doing the claw machine.
Dude, we used to have 2 people, one looking this way, one looking that way. We're like, all right, yeah, you're good, drop it.
Yeah. I think I spent like $40 on the claw machines at the fair this year. Still didn't win anything. Just because I got so deep and I was like, I got to win this now.
Yeah. Yeah.
After $1.40. I
In
was like,
competition with yourself.
yeah. So don't play claw machines. They're rigged. Unless you just want to have some fun. 28? Episode 28?
Yep, you're right.
Wow. Ice bucket challenge coming.
It's coming. You know, just got to wait until it's
Believe it when I see it.
He's got to wait for the perfect weather day.
perfect weather.
You got to bring the stuff to him. You got to fill the bucket for him.
I'll do it. I promise.
I want to see it. You got to think about who you're going to nominate, though.
And it can't be either of us.
We've
already
I
done it.
nominated you.
Okay, well, so it could be Michael then.
I guess I will see once you actually do it. But
All
like,
right.
I have already done it.
Okay, all right.
I'm not afraid, though.
All right, I'll call somebody else out.
All right.
All right. Thanks for watching episode 28.
Boop.
Peace.
Peace.